Well, hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Thursday, the 30th of June. This will be the end of June today. Isn't that hard to believe? But it's very cozy. 57 degrees. I don't know what the deal is with the overcast, if that's just high fog or there's a precip warning or something. Don't know, didn't look, don't care. It's a nice thing about this time of year, unless you're going for some planned ride, you don't even look at the weather, you just get up and just accept whatever it is. Anyway, let's start off with Thursday. Definitely not as pretty.
Nope.
But it's nice and cool. What is it in Vancouver here? 61.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
There you go.
That's very comfortable. Mm-hmm. Well, Mama, we've made it to Thursday.
We did.
We're pert near to the end.
Yep.
And it's going to be a long weekend because 4th of July is on Monday. We have that day off.
Yeah, store's cool.
Yeah, ain't that cool?
That'd be nice.
All right. Anyway, have a wonderful day, Mama.
You too, Papa.
All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
Love you.
Bye-bye now.
Bye.
So, we're here about halfway home today. And I'm thinking, I go, Kelly, I never even recorded anything at work today. Talking to massive customers, just going 15 different directions today. And literally, to be honest with you, and it's kind of a good feeling, never thought about recording anything. So, I did have something to talk to you guys about. And we're going to do that while riding the GT650. Let's go for a little rip. Come on now. Don't put up no fight. You just sit back, grab your cold something or your hot something and sip and enjoy. Alright, let's get this one in the books. Good Lord, look at Mount Rainier right there. If you guys can make that out, it's got kind of a hazy look to it. And the end of the day, sun is hitting that thing. It looks almost eerie out there. Beautiful out here though. Made it to 81, I think it was. It was supposed to be 79 in Vancouver. Made it to 81. But I'm gonna drive up here a little bit. I'm gonna bomb down this highway. That's kind of boring. And then we'll come back on here in just a moment. It's actually been quite some time since I rode out here. I almost want to say I was on this. Maybe not. There's deer walking across the road up there. I don't know if you can see its silhouette. It just bounced up the side of that hill. Last time I came up here, they had logged all these trees up at the top. Alright, only seen one of you. There's always more than one. The cute little fur-legged creatures. But there was all this gravel. I want to think I was on this. It was all sketchy and real thick gravel in spots. But anyway, so I told you guys I'd let you know when BRP releases something. So the interim, it's not a fix, it's the interim inspection. This is not the recall. This is just what they're going to do now until the components or whatever the holdup is become available and the actual recall comes out, which should be August 30th. But what BRP wants to do is make sure that you're not in a dangerous position now. So what they're going to do, 15 through 19 F3s and RTs, you'll come in for an inspection and we're going to get to your pulley. We're going to pull the pulley bolt out. We're going to clean the outside surface of it regardless of what condition, rust, dust, whatever. And there's a procedure where we mark the pulley or sprocket, and then we spin it. There's the Bulletin specific. I don't want to go into detail. I don't want to get in trouble for outlining exactly what the Bulletin says. I know some hack will put it online at some point. You'll see it, but it ain't coming from me. I've actually got in trouble for that before with BRP. But anyway, so we mark it, do this procedure, spinning things around, and then we scribe it once again, and it can't exceed a certain amount of play. If it does, the pulley gets replaced. Well, it's going to be replaced with the current available pulley, and which I'm assuming is that white one. That's the most current one. And when they make changes, and they, you know, they do it for all of them, like all the 14 or 1330s will all use the same pulley. You know, people ask me, is this the whatever? There's one pulley. They make this very simple. There's one pulley for all. And right now, the current pulley is that white one. That doesn't mean you can't find a dealer that has one in stock that's one of the older ones. And I think it has to be newer than 2018, 2019. I talked about in the video that the date needs to be newer than something, but anyway. That's loose gravel again. So anyway, if it's within this free play, we are putting the bolt back in and torquing it down and send you on your way, regardless of what we find in August. Sometime before August 30th, or maybe it's going to be on August 30th. It's like today, they said, you know, by June 30th, and well, they hit it right on the nail. Came out with a bulletin this morning. Actually showed up before I got to work, and the dealer forum thing is just blown up. Now, the dealer forum isn't one of these hack website things that's, you know, trying to get you to buy something with all their advertising stuff. This is actual dealers. No one has access to this. Just certified dealers with a real login. And anyway, so some like it, some don't like it, and they go, what if? So I haven't checked myself, but what I'm hearing some of the dealers say is the Kluber paste that you're supposed to put on there is back ordered until like August. And I think the service manager said that the pulley's not available. Well, that's been that way. I think they like pulled it and just says it's not available until the bulletin comes out, or the interim bulletin. This is an inspection. This, I can't stress enough, this is not the recall. This is not the fix. This is just a check, essentially to make sure you're not in a super dangerous position where you could lose forward propulsion. Out of all the years of this, not very many sprockets I've had to replace. When you consider the crazy amount of 1330s that come through our store per year, the ratio is amazingly low. The amount that we have to replace, crazy low. So number one, there's that, and number two, out of all of them, I've only seen one that actually wore to a point that it stripped the splines out of the pulley or sprocket. BRP's calling it a sprocket. You call that thing a sprocket in the Harley world, somebody's gonna conk you on the head. It is a belt pulley, not, you know, a chain sprocket. But whatever, it's their stuff, they can call it what they want. But at any rate, so initially there is an inspection, and if you're okay, we're not even replacing the bolt, it's getting torqued down. And they explicitly tell you, do not put any Loctite or anything on it. You torque it back down to 150 Newton meters and pat them on the butt and say, we'll see you again in August. They're just making sure you're not dangerous. We're not in a dangerous spot. We're not pulling the sprocket off. We're not even, if there's dust in there, we're not even cleaning that out. It is just, if you want to pay to have something like that done, you're more than welcome, but BRP's not going to pay for it. This is their inspection to make sure you're not at a dangerous spot. because the recall, the fix, is coming. And this is up to you whether you feel safe and you want to continue riding it. So there's nothing saying it's okay to ride it, but they're not saying you can't ride it. So, and I think I'll have to see when I start measuring these things as they start funneling in at what the movement is in these things. I guess once it gets to a certain point, and I'm sure they're being very, very cautious about this. So the amount of movement that it takes to fail the test, you probably have a long ways to go after that. But if the thing has rust in there, that means the lube has escaped and it's eaten itself. But I check these things day in and day out. What I see is black sprocket, no rust, black sprocket, no rust, all day long. And occasionally, and I do mean occasionally, whoop, you got the red dust. So that's where we're at. So this is not the fix. I can't stress this enough. And the fix is coming in August, or it could be sooner. They're saying at least by August 30th. So if you got big trips planned and stuff, that may be a bummer. Life has been really strange the last couple of years. Let's just throw this in on top of it. Nobody did anything wrong on purpose. It's just this problem. It's like every recall that comes around, all it takes is one person to have some kind of a failure, and then they there's a chance that someone else could do it. And if it's a dangerous thing where you lose propulsion, that could be dangerous. You don't want to just suddenly, because people don't have a drop of sense, so their bike quits forwardly moving and will literally stop right on the freeway. And you can imagine where it goes from there. It's amazing just how dingy people are. Something goes wrong, pull over to the side of the road. Don't wait till it stops and the Mack truck is coming barreling down on you. Pay attention to your six at all times, especially if something goes wrong. And for all means, get off the roads as safe as possible. Get out of the line of traffic. But people will be the way they are, so these kind of things are way more dangerous than what they really ought to be. Common sense tells you, At any rate, that's what I want to talk to you about. You may like that, you may not like that. That is the way it is. That is what we are authorized to do until August, when we find out what the real fix is. And we just don't know that yet. I don't have any kind of inside information. That's why I was telling you guys, please quit emailing me and stuff. I will put out a video when I know. Granted, the way I do these things, they come out a day late, so you're off by 24 hours or whatever. So there we are. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. But I was surrounded by spiders and I was also surrounded by customers, so it made it a wee bit difficult to vlog anything. Although I gotta be totally honest, I never once thought about vlogging. That was a very freeing feeling, I gotta say. Sometimes you just need a break. That, I don't know if it just passed it, but there's this right here, this wonderful driveway somebody built. Well, now I come through, stay on the road. Come through here, there's a wonderful barn being built out there, a small little house. That's nice. Holy moly, that's nice. Oh, this little 650 is so fun. It's just the most pleasing thing ever. And surprisingly pleasing. It's small. Nowadays you say a 650, oh, it's just a little play bike. No. When I was a kid, I remember people touring on XS 400s and KZ 440s and whatever, and Suzuki 425s, whatever those things were. They kitted them up and went touring. Gold wings and the big touring bikes were actually kind of quite rare at one point. But times change. People think they need more than they do when you really don't. Find something you enjoy, get on it. What is that, a domestic cat? It is. A little calico. Thought we seen some little baby, some kind of wild critter. But anyway, it was a wonderful day at work. Talked to some really nice people. One, they were nice, but dangerous, I guess I should say. A non-rule follower. That's the people that you'd see, what do they call them, Kevins and Karens or whatever, freaking out about like mask and stuff, you know. This is what it is, dude. Why all the BS? It's not gonna last forever. Take a deep breath. Life is not as rough as you're making it out to be. Wake up and, you know, be happy for once. People looking for stuff to be mad at. But I don't get into all that stuff. I just go my own way, and whether I'm on a motorcycle or not, I'm always checking my 6. My 360 actually. People are crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna head on up to the house. Say a little goodbye here at one point. I'm actually kind of early. It might be 7 o'clock now. The Prairie Farms. Thanks for coming along and listening to a Spyder story on a GT650 Royal Enfield. I doubt at this point there will be a demo. I can assure you there'll be no BMW or Spyder demo this year. It's a take a year off. As crazy as it was the last 2 years, I should be very thankful that I had them. And I've had them every year since, what, late 13 or whatever, when the 1330s first came out, whenever that was. So I'm not complaining. Things just are the way they are. Crying about it ain't helping nobody. Alright, smile and be happy. Well, hello there, YouTube. Wow, it's quite a bit warmer today than what we predicted.
Yeah.
Especially when it kind of started off mostly cloudy like it has the last 2 days. And she got quite warm. Well, 80 degrees.
Yeah, for us it was warm.
Yeah. I mean, not enough that you'd even cry about it, but it was nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect riding weather. Oh, man. That was nice. That's so much fun to do that right after work. Go for a little rip. That's always nice.
Yeah, gives you that little...
Yeah. It relaxes you so much. You like got stuff to do and feel like just kind of taking back and sneaking a few Z's, you know.
Yes, a little slip is
Yeah.
always nice.
Slip those in. That one,
That was
Swallow
close.
about dive bombed us there.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, it's the end of a Thursday. I think we're going to call it a day.
Alrighty, well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same smoke time, same smoke channel. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up, and I hope your Friday or Saturday are amazing.
Heck yeah. All right.
Yes.
We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you in the morning.
Appreciate you watching now.
Yes.
Bye-bye.